Um, However, from a sales standpoint, what you really want is to be able to leverage all the assets that we have, our experience, our testimonial videos, all our marketing materials, all our sample websites, and so forth. Because these guys are going to ask, what have you done? Can I see a sample site? How many real estate websites have you built? They're going to ask all these questions, and you want to be able to have some really good examples.
Exactly.
The difference in most of our resellers and sales reps compared to you is you are actually literally 100% on target with our current initiative. We own a real estate company here in Seattle, Washington. Let's see here. I think it's Lake Union. And we're in the process of doing the same thing. So this is our brokerage here, Special Agents Realty. We just bought a URL, which is going to be realestatemarketingplans.com, and we're building packages of different marketing services and really going to go on kind of a recruiting spree for our own brokerage. So the good part is everything that you need in order to package up, price, and take this to market, we're in the process of developing and designing for ourselves because this is an initiative of ours this year as well. In the past, all we've done is focus on building our own agencies, leads and opportunities, websites, marketing, and so forth.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay. So you've done sales. I assume when it's past noon and you've had your coffee, this is something you're are you good at sales? Is that your gig, or are you more operations behind the scenes? What's your niche?
Well, the past few years I've kind of been focused on sales since I came back from overseas, and
You military?
yes.
My husband's military. Mike,
Hey,
come say hi.
Okay. What branch?
John. Here
how
you
you
go.
doing,
This is
John?
Mike, my husband.
How's it going, Mike?
I'm doing well. About yourself?
Pretty good, pretty good.
I just retired 25 years in May from the Army,
Okay.
and
Yeah,
we
I was stationed over here at Fort Hood.
yeah, Fort Hood, and then Houston. Houston was my last duty station before I retired.
Okay, I'm from Houston.
Okay, what a small world.
Yeah.
So what you do in the military?
Logistics 92 Alpha.
Awesome. That's logistics right in line with real estate too. To be honest with you, I was military police. So I have nothing to do with real estate.
He
And
will soon because he's in the process of getting his license.
I get everything taken care of as far as real estate is concerned, but transitioning from military life to civilian life is crazy, but it's good.
So you and your girlfriend are in a really similar track as us. So I started the digital marketing agency probably 10 years ago. And then when Mike retired from the military, he came in and started working in the digital marketing agency. And now we're switching gears. Mike is getting his real estate license and going to do the exact same thing. He's going to focus mainly on real estate. I'll focus mainly on the marketing aspects and marketing to realtors as well as to every other business out there. And tag team and kind of similar.
That's pretty cool. Husband and wife team.
Yeah, it really is. It's a great business model because of that's funny. Mike just showed. Oh, that's funny. Your business model. So when you're in real estate, the challenge is obviously you have one-time sales. If you're in real estate in Texas, then it's one-time sales and not really big paychecks, right? It's not like closing a house here.
Right.
My parents close a house and they get a $65,000, $150,000 commission because the house prices are much higher. So that's a tough business on its own. When you combine the real estate one-time sales with, a nice size check, and then you tag team it with marketing solutions that can have small, mid, and large one-time sales, but also have recurring revenue, now you have a stable business model.
Right, right.
So that's definitely a good plan for you guys.
Yeah, long term, yes, definitely.
So this is actually, let me see if they have. So we have a lot of niche industries. I don't know if is the only industry that you want to really get into the real estate from a marketing standpoint, or you want to stretch it across other industries?
Was definitely interested in stretching it across the other industries, but being in the business right now, it seems very lucrative.
Okay. So I just had the guys design this literally last night. I think it came in, yeah, it came in this morning. So this was the design brief I was having them pull together. Realtor marketing strategies to build your real estate business. So this is one sample. This would basically be CI Web Group's sub brand, which we have lots of these. So we have one division of our company that solely focuses on HVAC. And that is stretching out and going to move from HVAC to contractors. So let's see here. Just had, that's a sample of this one. So we started off, I got hired to do a speaking event in the HVAC world a few years ago, like probably 7 years ago for Mitsubishi. And we wound up building a bunch of HVAC clients. From there, we wound up getting referrals to 3 of your biggest brands in the world, Amana, Goodman, and Daikin. If you can imagine, Amana, Goodman, and Daikin, they are manufacturers. Manufacturers sell equipment to distributors. Distributors sell equipment to dealers. Dealers are, the guy that's got the truck that shows a picture house that does the AC repair or change out. So what wound up happening is Amana, Goodman, and Daikin wound up bringing our company on as their preferred marketing agency for all Goodman, Amana, Daikin, and Daikin 3D distributors and dealers. There are over 300,000 dealers in the United States, not including overseas. There are hundreds of thousands of distributors. So if you can imagine, these guys, just as a business model, and I can show you how to repeat this business model if you ever decide you want to get really aggressive, because this model is really simple. Goodman, Amana, and Daikin, they pay their distributors and they pay their dealers. Essentially, it's a kickback. It's an accrual fund. The more equipment they sell, the more money these guys give them, but they only give them money to spend with their preferred marketing agencies.
Okay.
So you have 300,000 dealers that are getting a check if their performance is high enough to have accrual funds that can only be spent with us.
Hmm.
Nice, huh?
That's pretty sweet.
And they get it every year. So they call back and they say, I've got $4,900 to spend. What do I do with it? So what we did in this environment is we created, the first thing we started off with is creating we created a distributor network, which is basically a dealer locator. So it sounds like you wouldn't get business from this, but basically this is search for HVAC contractors. HVAC contractors sign up. This site is for homeowners to find HVAC contractors. For us, this is for a HVAC contractor to come to the site, sign up for a listing, and then we immediately put them into a free consultation for a website. And these are the ones that have signed up. And this site, how long has the HVAC been live for? So this is after 7 months. Those are our clients.
They're all over.
Yes. Now, the cool part about this is there are dealer lists everywhere. If you go on to any major manufacturer, you can go to a dealer locator and you can find a list of every single HVAC company. And I mean, we've got sample after sample. We build the best websites in the industry. So that's easy. They have the worst looking website, and the difference between HVAC and contractors and real estate is a highly competitive. It's in the top 20 most competitive key phrases in the world. Bless you. So it's very difficult to get really great rankings. You can take some pressure off of them when it comes to the marketing activities that they have to do. Bless you. But you can't, it's very difficult to get them ranked unless they go extremely niche, like if you went after Castle Hills or a subdivision or something like that in your area. Another challenge with realtors is there is a large percent of them that their annual, I'm not going to quote I don't know the numbers like I used to. I used to own a real estate company in Texas as well. When I was in it, it was like 89% of the real estate agents made less than $25,000 a year.
Yeah.
So the only challenge with marketing to realtors is you got to have really low prices, and you got to be prepared for them not to be able to pay, because it happens. You know, if they don't get the sale in, you got to go after the really successful teams. So with these guys, their websites are junk. They have money. You know, usually it's a generational business, so it's been passed down year over year from father to son. They've got big databases. They're not technical at all. They don't know internet marketing. So they have money to spend. They get paid to spend it with us. Plus, they need help really bad. And most of them, it's so easy to compete for their key phrases. We can get them ranked and their phone ringing and them making money in the first 90 days. So they keep spending. So from here, after we did the directory, the next thing we're doing is building kind of the sister site to that, which will be CIHVAC, Web Design and Marketing. And this is all growth for contractor solutions. And it'll have a big portfolio. Essentially, this is the same website as CI Web Group, but totally geared towards HVAC. Because we don't want CI Web Group to look like all we do is HVAC sites.
Right.
So we did the exact same thing. Well, actually, so if you go look at HVAC web design and go look at videos, we've been spending a ton of time building videos in this portfolio. So there is so much material as far as you being able to train. You've got me at speaking events, doing design strategies, doing consultations. As far as going to school, it's all online. Everything you could imagine, you need to have a conversation, evaluate a website, and because they're all different, there's so many different scenarios, but we have hundreds and hundreds of videos online, not thousands. So the other, just to kind of give you an idea, niche industry that we went into is marinas and ports. So we're boaters. We love to go boating. So we got hired to speak for the NMTA, National Marine Trade Association, the something PPC, Pacific Coast Harbor Master, I don't know. So we went after marina and port web design, same thing. We're doing the exact same thing with this one. So the first website we'll build is marinasandports.com, the world's marine guide. This one should go live this week. We're going to the boat show this weekend. From here, we'll attract marinas and ports to sign up for a directory listing on the site and be able to blog and post events and so forth. Same thing with yacht dealers, houseboats. So everyone that comes in here, and this will be good for realtors as well, if they do VRBOs or they do houseboats, waterfront property, lakefront property, island properties, and so forth. This will be everything related to water, and we'll have sections for realtors to be able to post on here. So this would be a freebie. This would tie in. You would have the real estate agents that would get, if they were a client and they were doing marketing services with us, then we'd get free access to marinas and ports to be able to drop in all their properties and market anything that's water-based.
That's pretty cool. I've actually kind of had a growing interest in boats and things of that nature too.
Yeah, this is an awesome, like when we have to go meet with our clients, they're like, well, let's have on the yacht, let's go out on the cruiser, let's go out on the sailboat. We're like, oh, rough. Really sucks. We have to go to the boat show and go sailing for Saturday work day. Now this is very different. The first call when we finally got web design for marinas on page 1 of Google, the first call we got was a gentleman who owned Flamenco Island, which it's an island in Panama, and he owns the island. His budget for his technology budget last year was what, $350 million. So
Wow.
this is totally different. You know what I mean? Every kind of niche industry we go into, we're very, very careful. So real estate's important because, it's a small monthly fee. It's continuous business for the most part. But then you want to diversify and you want to pick another niche.
Right.
So what kind of questions do you have so far? I know I covered a lot. I just wanted to give you an idea of kind of our methodology, our thought process as we go to market.
Okay. I'm just wondering if there's something in the works for as far as being able to provide some sort of examples to potential clients in the real estate niche, and what those packages would be, how much those packages would be.
So I would actually love to get your opinion on this because I just put this together. This is just a draft. So what I said here, and we can modify this. I did custom flyer designs. So, I see them sitting behind their computers in like Draw or whatever, trying to make their flyers. So this would basically give them 4 a month, 10 a month, or unlimited. Custom professional header designs for Facebook and Twitter. They get 1 a year, 4 a year. They get 1 monthly. Local listings, we would optimize themselves on 50 plus. It'd be between 50 and 60 local listings accounts, so they don't have to worry about that. Social media graphics design for listings and sold properties. So basically, if you get a listing, then we would create let me show you what these things look like. Everything. See how these are just these kind of squares? They're used on social media sites all the time. So of course it'd be branded for the realtor, but it would just be every time they get a listing, we would do the graphics design for their listing. Every time they sell a property, we'd do the sold design. They get 8 a month, 20 a month unlimited. This is social media posting. This would be us posting their social media account, 2 a week, 6 a week, unlimited. Custom website and blog design and development. This is post your listings on your website and blog. So if they want some, relief from some of the data entry, we would post the listings, post the sold homes, and then this would be an SEO plan, five phrases or 20 phrases.
Okay.
Absolutely just a draft.
All right. It's interesting.
Then the other thing is my thought was I had them design this. So I also wanted them to be able to pick services a la carte. So if they only want a website, they could come here, only want SEO, local listings, social media, so they could do a la carte or they could view plans. And it was this overview.
Now, would the site be able to pull from the MLS
Yeah,
to show listings?
yep, absolutely. So it depends if they have Netris or IDX. Like this one right here, we're doing with an IDX integration.
Yeah, they have Netris down here.
Netris, okay, yeah. So it will be just like this. Let me pull one jumper. This is one we did for a real estate company in Mississippi. Is that where he is?
Yep.
Jumper Realty. So he does residential, commercial, land, apartments, and it's just different than most of the real estate sites that are out there. And this one's with IDX, but it's just so you can see the listing styles. But I mean, if we really get this down, we can wind up creating like 4 or 5 different style of sites and then just modifying all the design and branding around them
Right.
so that we can pump these things out really fast and not have, an expensive project.
Right. My girlfriend and I worked with a company called Tiger Leads for a
Uh,
while, and she's here by the way too. Her name's Lala.
Lala?
Yeah.
Hello, Miss Lady. How are you? Good. I'm glad you joined us or let me know.
And um, theirs was what, 1,500 a month, 1,400, 1,400 a month. Was it? It included SEO.
Mm-hmm.
It included SEO. So I was wondering if on the lower end, if if you guys might be able to um, do maybe a separate SEO package, optional SEO package or something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. If they have, the only thing with SEO is they have to have a website that's optimizable. What most agencies will do is they're going to sell you SEO whether your site can be optimized or not. That's the problem
Okay.
with most of the real estate marketing companies out there is it's a realtor who used to do real estate that doesn't know web search, social, mobile. They don't know it at all. They
Right.
start their own marketing company. They sell SEO and then they're doing SEO on a website that's built in tables because most of the real estate company websites, excuse my French, but they're crap. They're templates built 100 years ago. They have the whole sites are built in tables. They can't even be optimized. And then you have these agencies out there selling SEO services on something that will never be optimized. So, yes, we can make it an optional thing, an add on. However, I just want to be careful that, in our philosophy is our brand and our reputation means everything. And it's already very difficult to set expectations and to take somebody that doesn't know SEO, doesn't know web, doesn't know the complexities of a website and coding and development, and to teach them SEO takes time. To teach them, um, the kind of the whys and the what's behind all of this. So I just want to make sure that that's our only hurdle and that our service is never a hurdle. We have to be the
Right.
best.
So what I was suggesting was actually the additional package to say your basic.
Yep.
So that would work together.
Yep. You could do that.
I,
As long as
I heard you mention mobile as well. I think that's going to be a growing interest in the industry down here as well.
And so all of our websites are mobile responsive.
Mhm.
If they want a mobile app, we can build those with our eyes closed and it's really cheap. It's not expensive. We've got a killer app developer.
Mhm.
So that's an option as well. It's just a matter of once you own an app, what are you doing with it? And a lot of realtors, I see them get an app and they're not great about it or they don't understand. An app is not necessarily to find you new clients. And a
Right.
mobile app is designed to target your existing customers to increase your referrals and new business from your existing clients. And you have to use
Right.
it to keep them off the internet.
Yeah.
So if you guys, I'm obviously pulled in many directions. If this is something you guys are really serious and committed to having someone to run this site and really kind of take it by the reins, and we can provide the support and the technology and the marketing and the guidance on sales and even help close sales and do presentations and consultations and evaluations and so forth. I mean, I would be very interested in that kind of a partnership.
Okay. That that sounds good.
But yeah, that's the more that we diversify and take on these niche industries, the more that it pulls Mike and I and Kathy. And if you wanted this to be your baby and we worked on pulling it together, um, I'd be down with that. So this site, as we finish it, is going to need someone to run it, be blogging, adding content, and so forth. There are things we can do together, such as we do a webinar series for Goodman, Amana, Daikin. We do a webinar series every month. So I could do the webinars with you. It would just be a matter of promoting that the webinar is coming. We would do all the design. We would do so here I'm working on one right now. This is, actually, let me go pull up one I'm doing next week. I think this is it. So we have a series, basically, how many webinars do we have? It's like 30, 34, 48, 48 webinars where we break down every single element of the kind of digital marketing. We hold a webinar. So your marketing process is before, during, and after. The before is building a list and telling everybody we're hosting a webinar on this day. Come join us, and it's going to be about this topic. The during is we record the webinar, and then the post is we use that webinar over and over and over and over again and market it continuously. Let me show you. FURG, no, IBM. So let's see here, Goodman, Amana. So here's an example.
I would like to welcome everyone to the How to Increase Website Conversions Through Well-Executed Call to Action webinar. All lines are currently on mute to prevent any background noise. If you have any questions during the presentation, please submit them through the questions area on the dashboard to be answered at the conclusion of the webinar. At this time, I would like to turn the webinar over to Lisa Medier, Dealer Loyalty Manager. Lisa, you may now begin the webinar.
Thank you, Marla, and good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. We're really pleased to have Jennifer Bagley with us. She's a well-known keynote speaker in the areas of digital marketing and business strategy. In addition, Jennifer is the CEO and founder of CI Web Group. They're a web design, SEO, and social media marketing agency. Jennifer's delivered some great results for many HVAC companies that wish to utilize their...
So the benefit of this kind of marketing is we can build a series, because it takes a while, of webinars specifically focused on real estate. And then
Okay.
you can take that series, you can go to a brokerage that has 200 agents, and you can offer that brokerage a webinar series for them. The brokerage is
Right.
the one that passes the webinar series to their agents. The agents attend the webinar series. At the end of every single webinar, we offer a few things. So,
Didn't think of that.
one,
Website you can add
let's see here.
to their...
So we basically say that after the webinar, you get to schedule a free consultation. And by scheduling a free consultation, you get a website evaluation, you get a local listings evaluation, and you get a listing on CIHVAC, the dealer locator for life. So we build these locators specifically so that we have a giveaway to get them into a strategy call, because we get them into a strategy call, they wind up closing.
All right, all right.
And this would, I mean, I have to do this anyway because we're doing it for our own real estate company. The only difference is this would make it a generic program specifically focused on this. It's so funny because this was so random. We were just Googling the other day. We're like, well, instead of making a special agents realty program, let's make it a realtor marketing site. And that way, if we decide to expand it out to other agencies, we can. And then you schedule the call.
That's a good plan.
We have done this with our eyes closed in other industry, know the model to take it to market. Definitely need help running the program, somebody owning it. This would have to be your baby, and we could develop a compensation model on sales. If you were to take this to market where and you ran this site, this would be tell me this, are you comfortable in blogging or adding content? So if we did a webinar and it was about social media for real estate agents, would you be able to write a brief article that attached to that video and post it as a blog post? That way we could optimize it.
Yeah, I think I could manage that. I was wondering, someone to really need to be able to, I guess, educate them on the ins and outs of it all. So, how will we go about that as far as preparation
So,
for presentation?
so what would happen is first off, we have to finish this site, finish all of our packages.
Right.
So we would work together on getting this done. The second thing is we would immediately start preparing our webinar series for the real estate market. The webinar series, throughout that, let me see if I have one up. See, I was just doing this. So funny. So this would be like the webinar series, is we would go through and we would create this, which we already have it. We're already into number 10 for the HVAC. So we would take the existing webinars we have, rebrand them for real estate, which that takes minutes. And then we would pull together a schedule of training and then start marketing those trainings. And they'd all be webinars. So number one, you would learn through the process of finishing the site. Secondly, you would learn through doing the webinar series, because I'll do the webinars with you. You'll do the introduction, blah, blah, blah. Then we'll jointly do those webinars. Then at the end of every webinar, we would recommend that they sign up for a free consultation. And during the consultation, I will go through, do an evaluation of their web, search, social, mobile, all of those things. And then when you get to the point where you're comfortable, then we switch it over. You do the strategy sessions with them. Once they do a strategy session, we will have a series of proposals that are already canned and pre-prepared. So if we have to do a custom proposal, it would be from a template inside our proposal system. If they're buying a package, then we'll set the site up so it's an e-commerce site so they can just view the plan and purchase it online.
Okay.
That is your business model in a nutshell. When you get really good at it and we've got enough of the series of trainings and we've got a little bit of momentum behind us, then you start targeting larger agencies. You go after the head agency, you get the agency to do the promotions to the realtors. That way we've got a branded one for Keller, a branded one for Ebby, and we take each one of the agencies. We could start with JP if they would allow it. And we do a custom webinar series for them. Once we've done one for one, it's easy to move down the chain. That way you're not having to promote the webinar series directly to the agents, the brokerages.
Right, exactly.
And this process, we did the exact same thing. We started off going directly to HVAC companies. The HVAC companies referred us to the manufacturers. The manufacturers referred us to the distributors. So it's identical. I showed you the one that was done by Goodman. And let me see if I can. So that is the, I think this is the promo. So this is when a brokerage signs on to do a webinar series, then we create a custom promo video that markets that we're doing a webinar series for their agents, just like this one. Huh? Oh, yeah. So this video is custom branded for that agency, for example, and then we do a landing page for their agents to register for the training and to watch the webinars. So this is Dealer Marketing Webinar Series presented by, this is Don Stevens, which is the distributor. These are the manufacturers. So in this world, it would be presented by Keller Williams or a specific team or whoever it is. It explains about the next or the upcoming webinar that's coming up. They can register here. Then it says, did you previously miss a webinar? And it has other webinars in here. Everybody who attends the webinar series is going to get these things. They can sign up for their strategy session right here. And then it'll have a little bit about us. And instead of it being CIHVAC, it would be the real estate site.
Gotcha.
I mean, we have this down, like with our eyes closed. It just takes somebody to run it, and we're a little strapped on resources. We have high ambitions, but we just can't seem to add another 30 hours to the day.
Well, hey, teach me to fish and I can get it done.
That's hot. That is fantastic. Tell me your name again, Layla?
Oh, she had to step out. She had to step away.
I wanted to hear what her thoughts are. Okay.
Yeah, I was trying to get her thoughts as well because I hadn't told her about it yet. But
Okay. I mean, this is, even on the real estate side, I'd love to visit with her about her business because, I mean, we've nailed it. My mom and dad are who we market as the real estate agents for our brokerage. And my dad's been on HGTV 30 times. They have a huge business. They are the most well-known agents in the Seattle area you could imagine, and it's just really good marketing. And they're amazing too.
and you guys do their marketing as well as it?
Mm-hmm. They actually finally paid us for it. So now they get a lot more. Yeah, normally it was just, daughter's requirement. Build me a new website. We just bought a new domain. Build us another website. Build us another website. This time they were like, all right, we want to own, and my mom can't stand this woman named Courtney Cooper Jacobs or something. Like, can't stand, it's like her, I'm like, don't focus on this woman. She's fine. Leave her alone. She's like, no, I want her off the front page of Google. I was like, that's going to cost you. And finally they were like, fine, we'll prepay 6 months. Okay. So, yeah. Yeah, so how we did it for them, Seattle Houseboats. So this is what we're working on for them. So this is the woman they hate, Cooper Jacobs. This is one of the sites we built. This is another one of the sites we built. So this is my mom. These are the key phrases. So this is our site. This is our site. There's Courtney. There's Courtney. This is our site. This is our site. So she basically, that's my dad. They want her gone, not on the first page of Google, which means we got to have like 5 websites, blogging, SEO strategies, backlinking strategies. We can do it. We can move her off the page, but it's like all out war.
Right, it is funny.
So, it's in Seattle. Yep, see, there's Courtney. There's my mom. There's my, I don't know what that is. Association. There's Courtney. There's my mom. There's my parents. There's Courtney. There's my parents. They're so funny. So, yeah, it's fun. I mean, and we've owned the real estate and mortgage company for like, 5 years longer than the web company. So 15, 16 years. So this is from a timing standpoint, I would say you and your wife have a heart-to-heart conversation. What I want to do, what I want to make sure, and I have my business partners are more protective, should I say, than I am. What would be really important is that you've got the heart of an entrepreneur that doesn't quit. That if you commit to it, stick to it. You know, we don't we've got 45 people on our team, and every one of them functions and operates like the CEO of their own business. They don't require a tremendous amount of, push. We train, we educate, we put systems in place, we give them everything they need, but we don't have to motivate them to get up and go to work and, all the stuff that entrepreneurs struggle with.
Right.
They function like people who want to make money, want to be successful, and they do it without a tremendous amount of motivation. They've got it, it's in their soul. So that's from a culture standpoint. We tend to work best with people who are relatively aggressive and push us. We'll get to the next step. We'll do it, but we kind of meet you where you are from an aggressive standpoint because there's so much on our plate. The hot topics get the most interest or time.
Right.
You came to, like I said, the perfect timing as far as our interest is something that we're very interested in getting off the ground as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I was pretty much, I'm pretty much, I was already committed to getting into the business, and it's just seems to kind of fall in my lap.
Good job on your research. This will save you 10 years of BS that comes with starting your own business. Starting it from scratch and doing it on your own is ridiculously hard. Finding the right people to get the work done, ridiculously hard. Even if you have a great idea, taking it to market, you can sell it. If they can't produce, if they can't keep your commitments that you have in the sales process, you're in hot water and it doesn't last. So I've already been through the hiring friends and family, and it's taken, 12 years for us to build a team of professionals that get it done, and they're amazing. Their quality of work is amazing. Their results are amazing. They're incredibly good. So the infrastructure is there from an operational standpoint to not just have a product and idea, but to sell it and actually deliver.
Right.
So that's kind of it on our end. I would say you guys have a conversation and really, a good coming to Jesus meeting. Is this something you want to pursue and really dump everything into it? We will meet you where you are from a level of effort standpoint. And if you say go, then we've got to get a little bit creative. We would be building some of the infrastructure of this out together because we haven't done this industry yet. Not Well, I can't say that. We kind of have, but I struggled with the fact that real estate agents didn't have very big budgets for the most part and didn't their stick-to-itiveness was not as great as some businesses.
Right.
So if we can address that and, get this down and then diversify, get into another industry so that you got dollars running in the door fast. So we would develop the pricing model, the packages, and your commission model for all the different services, and we would do that together.
Okay. That sounds good.
Okay. Well, hot damn, nice timing. That's great. That's great. Okay. Well, sweet, because Mike is finishing up the marinas and ports project, and as soon as he's done with that, he's ready to flip over to this, so you guys can work together on getting this one off the ground as quick as possible as well.
Sounds good.
Okay. All right. Well, you guys visit, and either way, if you say yes, I'm in. Then schedule a meeting. If you don't, if you guys, switch gears, then shoot me a note. Just let me know. Either way, and as soon as you go, then we'll add you to all the projects, get started on the webinar series, and just jump.
All right.
Okay.
So let me see. Let me make sure that I have the right contact.
If you just go to ciwebgroup.com, oops, CI, at the very bottom, which this is a service, you got to sell this service to realtors. They need it so bad. My mom and dad use this like crazy. This is our scheduling system. So you just click on contact and you can set up the appointment with me right here.
Okay.
And just click that, pick out a date and time that works for you, and put in your details, schedule the meeting online, and we'll jump back on and get going from there.
All right.
Okay?
Sounds like a plan.
John, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
All right, Mike. Nice talking to you.
Same here, sir.
All right.
You guys are deep voice guys. You guys can get on. Rawr, rawr. All right, we'll talk to you later.
Thank you, John.
All right. Have a good one.
All right, bye.